Welcome to the Captain's Blog. I am David McDonough, Senior Vice President at Trilogy Financial. On this blog, we try to take what's unnecessarily complicated way back here in Wall Street, make it understandable to you on Main Street. 2 weeks into the Middle East conflict, market down 1% going into Friday, gave back another 1%, down 2% for the week, 1.5% for the year. People took their ball and went home. Geopolitical risk over the weekend. Did that profit-taking continue? Or did the folks out there, the smart folks, buy on dips? Here's your week in review. Well, as of this taping, the smart people won. Long-term investors buying on dips. But how did the week start? Oil going from $100 to $120 a barrel. The president came out and said the war is over. It dropped $20 a barrel just in that hour. One of the avid viewers of the blog, Billy, owns an oil company and told me he's pumping oil for somebody at $4 a gallon in the morning and $3.50 in the afternoon. We understand why you're concerned out there where it comes to your portfolio and less money in your pocket and more at the pump. Remember, 20% of the oil goes through the Strait of Hormuz. A deal needs to get done. And lastly, this safe haven trade. Hey, I'm going to put all my money in gold, Dave. Gold's down 4% since the conflict started. Hey, I'm going to buy into the bond market. Interest rates are actually up since the conflict started. Why am I saying this? Again, it's not textbook out there where it comes to investing on Wall Street. Be there before Main Street gets there. So as I mentioned, as of this taping, market relatively flat for the week. And here's what to look for next week. Avid viewers of the Captain's Blog know this. We don't try to time the market, and we don't invest on slogans. What do I mean by that? Client came in yesterday. Dave, is this a good time to invest in the market or a bad time typically? Well, typically, February and March are more volatile. And at the end of April, where fundamentals come in and corporations report their earnings, typically better. But there's nothing typical about this market right now. We continue to buy on dips because we believe that the market is still fundamentally sound. And we have the Fed put, the Fed insurance, they will cut rates, especially after May, when the new Fed chair is put into the non-political Fed. Now, here's your personal finance tip of the week. The tip of the week, or the question of the week, comes from Julia Rose in Maine. Hey, Dave, is it too late to invest in an IRA for 2025? Well, Julia, great question. It is not too late. You have up until your tax filing date to make that contribution to your Roth traditional IRA. Check with your local accountant whether or not it is deductible. More money in your pocket, less in the IRS. Great question, Julia. Thanks to all for checking in. We'll see you next week on the Captain's Blog. But I can say this. No.